Montana, a sprawling outdoorsman's Eden with ice-covered peaks and unspoiled wilderness. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of the last best place.
So what we're doing here today is we're running a check station.
Well, they had 2 rifles in the back, so I'll go pull them over. Oh, I just saw you go through the rest area and you didn't stop at the check station.
Can I please put the gun away? I don't want to be shot either.
We don't want to shoot.
Yeah, I have an allergy to bullets.
We got some problems here, okay? And you guys are not really cooperating here, so we've got some issues.
God, that'll be the Beartooth game range. And this wind, that won't be good. And I worry about this. All those people with this wind and that tall grass up there will know as soon as we turn this corner if we have a fire.
What we're doing here today is we're set up on the I-90-94 between Columbus and Park City, and we're running a check station. We've done this for about the last 4 or 5 years. We know on Sunday afternoons, people will be coming back from Billings, the biggest population state. Everybody likes to come back to Billings, so therefore we set up between where they're hunting and where they live. And this is a good spot, and it's usually been pretty good for us.
It's approaching the end of Montana's general hunting season, and with the deer in full rut, it's expected to be a very busy day. Most of the entire Region 5 Warden team is gathered west of Billings, where they expect to check in upwards of 100 animals. As the Wardens set up, they prepare themselves mentally for the long, grueling
Nick,
day
are we gonna do that
ahead.
thing where we get ready to break?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Right on it.
Right on it.
You just go ahead and start without me.
Okay. You're the football player. Yeah, that's right. That's how we do it.
Get him! Yeah!
Yeah, go get him, baby.
Ready, let's go.
Nicker's our entertainment. He's our entertainment director.
What?
What happens to people when they lie?
No, I know what's going on here.
Tell me, Nick, what happens?
What happens?
It's a simple question, Nick. It's a simple question. What happens when you lie to a game warden?
I cannot confirm nor deny any of that information.
As the morning fades away, the first few hunters move through the check station, most of them empty-handed. Interrupting the steady flow, a vehicle pulls up with a mule deer tagged by someone not in the truck. A suspicious story that warrants further questioning and follow-up.
So then about what time did you get the deer?
What was it? Just after daylight. What was it? Daylight 7. So about 7:15, something like that, as soon as we could see. Yeah.
7:15.
Yeah.
Okay. You said you guys all four of you were out there hunting together. Yeah. So you watched her shoot the deer then? Mm-hmm. Okay. And so how many times did she shoot that?
Right now we've got a deer in the back of the truck, 2 guys. The daughter of one of the individuals, her tag is on the deer. She's not there, she's not with them. Supposedly she drove out there separately and already went home. So we're just trying to confirm if she was out there, if she shot it, if she's on the permission slip from the block management cooperator. There's some deceptive behavior from these guys, so they're not telling the complete truth about everything. So we just need to cross all the I's and dot all the T's.
So who killed the deer?
My daughter.
Were you there when she killed the deer? How many times did she shoot it? Once?
After 20 minutes of questioning, it's obvious to the Wardens that the suspect's answers are evasive. When pressed further, the suspect's responses become more cynical and uncooperative.
It's not an attitude.
Sir, why don't you come over here with me? Why don't you step out for a minute? Come over here with me. We're doing our jobs, okay?
I understand.
So we're doing our jobs.
Just came out to hunt today, that's it.
Okay, but you need to understand, okay? We got some problems here, okay? And you guys are not really cooperating here, so we've got some issues. Like you said, okay?
We did cooperate. We pulled in and stopped, and now
okay.
you're telling us we're not.
Why didn't the girls stop? Okay, if they're hunting, they got to stop.
She's going to a birthday party.
She still has to stop, okay? And you have
16-year-old kid.
So if I call
the other guy, if you can get my phone to turn on, okay.
So you can't turn your phone on.
Here's the deal, the battery's dead.
Well,
What, so you don't know her number off the top of your head?
No, I don't. I scrolled down and hit send.
Okay,
I don't memorize numbers anymore.
Okay, all right.
This world, weak brain disease.
Stop. Okay. What about your wife?
Truth.
Okay. You got somebody else that knows her phone number that we can call?
I don't have a wife.
Okay.
That's why.
What about
fiance?
Okay. What about her mother?
Her mother?
Your daughter's mother. Does she have a phone number that we can call? Can we call her, get her number? There's got to be somebody that you know that we can.
She didn't have her number, and I don't know her number either. She changed it recently. Once again, programmed in the phone, scroll down, hit send. That's what I do.
How about an address?
I don't memorize addresses either.
So you don't know how to get there?
Oh, good Lord. Really?
Yes, really.
So the way we set up here is we have a chase vehicle on top of the hill. If you look over my shoulder, you can probably see him in the background. And he has a little elevation, and he watches people come by. We have 6 signs west of here telling people that there is a check station that they have to show up and stop in here. At the end of this rest area, we have 2 vehicles that we call chase vehicles, and they will chase down anybody who did not stop. Law says you have to stop at a check station if the sign is up. If you have been successful or not successful, if you're going to hunting or going from hunting, either one.
Region 5 wardens have detained a vehicle possessing a mule deer, reportedly tagged by the daughter of one of the hunters. Warden Matt Heaton calls the block management landowner to determine if they had permission to hunt where they claim the deer was shot.
Yeah, we checked there too. What are? Can you tell me the names on the folks that signed in today that you have? All right, bye. They're not signed in. Huh? They're not signed in.
While hunters continue to flow through the busy check station outside Billings, Wardens Heaton and Burroughs are working to obtain the truth from a story that's not adding up.
Okay, my daughter, you got to understand, honor roll student.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Yes,
okay?
It does. Let's be realistic. Cross-country runner, very popular, with tons of friends. There's no way on God's green earth this stupid white boy is going to memorize all their addresses, phone numbers, dates of births, and when they go potty.
Did I ask you for any of that? Did I ask you for any of that?
No, but
no. What did I ask you? No. What did I ask you? I asked you for a phone number or an address, and you're rattling off a bunch of other things here. That's being uncooperative. Okay. Where is she? Where is she at? What about Mary? How do I get in touch with Mary?
It's over.
Exactly. I'm tired of it.
And you haven't been telling the truth.
Yeah, I have been.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Then why did Paul tell us the truth? He shot that deer. Lori and Mary Ann were never here today. Now quit lying to me. That's
okay,
bullshit.
whatever. Take the deer, take my license, whatever you're doing, do it.
All we want to do is find out the truth.
The truth is you're going to do what you want to do one way or the other. You have the badge, I don't.
Doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yes, it does.
Okay, here I'm gonna jump in here real quick. Okay, what we're dealing with here, like I said, we've got some issues. Okay, we've got some problems. Okay, we need to get these straightened up. Okay, what we've got wildlife violations. It is a criminal matter. It is a problem. It's something we can deal with. Okay, it's not going to go on your record, anything like that. The only other people that are going to know about it are other game wardens in the state. Okay, the path you're going down. That's what we call obstruction of justice. You know what that is? That's a criminal charge. That stays on your record. Okay, that's something that you can go to jail for.
So
right now, you
step this way with me.
Okay,
we're not doing anything funny.
Okay, so what I want is the truth.
I'll help you.
Okay, so what we need to do is you need to tell us what happened. No more lies.
I'm telling you, I'm not doing anything to obstruct you.
So tell me the truth. Did you shoot?
With you?
Did you shoot the deer?
Okay, I'm giving you the deer.
Did you shoot the deer? Yes or no?
To help my daughter.
Was your daughter there today?
No.
Okay.
So all we needed to know.
Okay.
Do you have your driver's license?
280 miles northwest, Region 4 Warden Brian Goldie receives a call reporting smoke near the Beartooth Game Range.
God, that'll be the Beartooth Game Range. In this wind, that won't be good. We're definitely going to want to go to this. I worry about this. All those people with this wind and that tall grass up there. We'll know as soon as we turn this corner if we have a fire.
Region 5 game wardens are working a check station 20 miles west of Billings. As the afternoon wanes, the hunter count rises.
Flatlanders from out east, we come up here and see these mountains. It's something to think about it and actually have to go up and down them, boy. It's on the bucket list to do, and it was more than we thought it would be. Great experience.
Hunters continue to file through the check station, while Warden Matt Heaton furthers his investigation into a hunter who admittedly used his daughter's tags on a deer he killed.
2 general elk licenses. And he has no deer tag, so he's hunting without a license, loan and transfer, possession, extra licenses.
Let's go get all of the daughter's licenses.
Okay, you want to grab those, Brad?
As Matt uncovers more information, the violations begin to add up. With new evidence in hand, Matt returns to the suspect with more questions.
I don't know the roads. Not by name. Like, you keep asking addresses, road names, numbers. I don't memorize all that stuff.
Okay.
You know what dyslexia is?
I do.
I know it real well.
Okay. Why do you have 2 elk licenses?
I don't.
Yes, you do.
Well, they had 2 rifles in the back, so I'll go pull them over.
As Matt continues the questioning, the spotter calls in a vehicle that he has reason to believe is a hunting party that has failed to stop.
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
Oh, I just saw you go through the rest area, and you didn't stop at the check station?
We're not hunting. We're just
No.
passing through.
I just saw the rifles, and you got
Hey,
orange
I'm coming
vest.
back from Oregon. I had to pick up the niece, and I'm headed back to South Dakota to hunt.
Oh, you are heading to South Dakota to hunt?
Yeah, that's where I
Okay.
live.
This is a Montana law, but if you're in Montana and you're going to a hunt or coming from a hunt, doesn't matter where it is, you have to stop. It's a state law.
Region 4 Warden Brian Goley is responding to a call from dispatch concerning a potential wildfire on the Beartooth Game Range. After a bone-dry fall, the conditions are dangerous. Combined with high winds, the situation could get out of control quickly.
We'll know as soon as we turn this corner if we have a fire.
Okay, I'm gonna just continue to get ready. I don't have my radio on. Call me and let me know what you got, and I'll let you know when I get to the
Hello? Yes? All right, is there a fire in the Beartooth? Are you up there? All right, there just looks like smoke up the canyon, so... All right, man, good luck. He said it's just a heat inversion. So they can see everything. There's no fire here.
I'm going to be 100% straight. I've got a lot of questions right now about everything that's been going on, okay? I need to talk to Mary. I'm going to be giving her a call, and we're going to talk about some of the hunting practices, okay? So you can tell me right now, you know, what she's going to tell me, or I can talk to her. Bottom line is we've got a lot of problems here. We're going to find out who shot those deer and where and when, okay? So we'll figure that.
Where?
Okay.
Yep. And when's marked on all the tags.
Okay.
And they all went to. And that's.
Okay. And did she shoot any of them?
She did her 2. I did my 2 down there.
Okay.
And that's it.
Is she going to tell me anything differently?
I highly doubt it.
Do you doubt it, or doubt it versus no are 2 different things?
God, really? Do we have to be here all day for this?
There's a constant flow of rigs at the check station in Region 5. For several hours, Warden Matt Heaton has been investigating an illegally tagged mule deer, a case where the suspect has been less than cooperative.
Can I please put the gun away? Because I know it's not good for you guys. It's making you nervous. And I'm afraid to move my hands around you.
Nope, we're all right there, so.
I don't want to be shot either.
and we don't want to shoot you.
Yeah, I have an allergy to bullets.
As Matt and Lee continue to work with the suspect, Warden Kevin Holland's attention is drawn to a hunter who has arrived with a deer and has another potential problem.
The law says you gotta have the evidence of species, evidence of sex attached. And had you left the head on there, you know, that'd be fine, but you didn't. Oh, God, I'm gonna put that outside. That's just rotten. That is bad. Jeez, I ain't gonna deal with that. That stinks. What I'm gonna do is give you a written warning because I believe this is probably from the same. So the law says this has to be evidence of species, evidence of sex. You cut the head off of this and you cut the reproductive organs off. So I'm gonna make a determination that it's the same one, and here's what I'm gonna look at. You look at a couple things. You see how this meat is kind of grooved up here, and you see here, it kind of comes down. So that would match up here. Also, you see where it comes down here, and here it comes up. So I'm thinking these two things here come up to these two things here. You know, I get the opportunity to make that decision. That's the decision I'm gonna make. Otherwise, it'd be a $135 ticket, so.
In situations like this, wardens work very hard to provide educational guidance to the public and give them the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Kevin determined the hunter has made an honest mistake and opts to write a warning instead of a violation.
We use lots of hand sanitizer after sneaky deer like that. That was the musk glands that was so rotten. That was bad, bad stuff.
In the ongoing case of the illegally tagged deer, wardens continue to separate the truth from fiction.
This guy just going out and shooting, and tagging with whatever he can find. So don't charge anything yet and figure that out. I mean, right now he's looking at a felony.
Well, it's probably a pretty good likelihood that he killed his daughter's deer, then he also killed his fiance's deer.
He has that reputation. In the interview with Officer Bayless, his statement of "you can shoot from the cab" is a common slip of the tongue, I guess if you'd call it, with a guy that if he shoots an animal, he won't say my wife, my daughter, my uncle. He'll say I or we, something to that effect. So, or there's some questions about some other animals dropped off at the meat processor with his fiance's tags on them. And given this history, we need to run that down and make sure that there's no other illegal animals just hanging out at the meat processors.
Giving the suspect one more chance to tell all, Matt inquires about the deer that are already at the meat processors.
What is she going to tell me about these two deer that are down at right now? What is she going to tell me about them?
Hers, I shot mine.
That's all she's going to tell me that?
Yes.
Okay. What about your turkey? When did you shoot that?
Really?
Yep.
I shot the turkey way back in the spring.
Okay. Okay. So
the
what?
Exact date and time I don't remember.
Okay.
But it was in the spring. Mary was not with me.
Okay.
Okay, if you bring that one up with Mary, she'll get upset because I was with another girl.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we're gonna try to find her, and that's what we're gonna go do right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What else you need from me?
Well, 2 questions, and they're yes or no questions, and that'll save us a lot of work and save you a lot of heartburn. Did you kill any of Mary's deer this year?
Yes.
Both of them?
Yeah. She was with me, but she doesn't have, she's not comfortable with the rifle.
Okay. You know, in our line of work, that goes a long ways, and we'll certainly, exercise some discretion.
So here, just hold on to that.
Paul, do you want to come here?
Because I know that's how it's going to go.
Okay.
So let's just do that.
After the exhaustive interview, the wardens finally unearthed the truth. The suspect was charged with multiple counts of illegal harvesting and possession. He was later found guilty on all counts before a Yellowstone County judge.
Wardens are gonna head back into Billings with them and see what else they can unearth. Oh boy, oh boy. Maybe. It's a hard one though. Oh, he's already hitting the brakes.
Pretty sure those were antlers. Yeah, it's an elk. Almost like a mouse.
We're catching up to a vehicle that went by the check station. You can see an elk rack or an elk in the back. There's a thought that it might be a mounted elk, but we're not sure until we get up here and check it. So once he pulls over, we'll know if it's a mount or a hunter.
Feeling better. Yeah, I imagine I'm headed west.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a mount. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Well, we saw the elk. We didn't know if that was... Yeah, well, you don't have to stop for that one.
Nope.
Okay, thank you much. Have a good day.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was a mount. Good observation, but we're clear of the stop.
Okay.
Montana, a sprawling outdoorsman's Eden with ice-covered peaks and unspoiled wilderness. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of the last best place. This week on Wardens.
It's not posted, and we've had poaching in this drainage and yours. We don't want any cameras in because we might end up into a shouting match before it's all over. But
the landowner said they'd heard a lot of shooting at night, and sure enough, it was a bull elk, and the head had been cut off. Hey, I've got a warrant for your arrest. What I need you to do, I want you to unzip your jacket, open it up for me. Okay, do you have any weapons on you?
The general hunting season is quickly coming to an end in Montana. It's in these waning hours that sometimes hunters get desperate and cross the line. Region 2 wardens are watching a hunter that appears to have game down on a piece of private land that has limited access for public hunting.
he knows who owns this.
Pants.
FG22, FG21. All right. Well, it's not posted, and we've had poaching in this drainage and yours. And this guy, I don't know. I think we're just gonna walk over and check him. See, what makes me think there's something wrong is he's got something down and he made a phone call, and he's waiting for somebody to come help him or whatever.
Well, he's back up there. Now he's coming down the hill.
Is he?
I do not see a gun.
Well, the fact that the guy that owns his land is suspended from hunting is another good probable cause thing, isn't it?
I do not see a gun, never have.
Yeah.
Unless he shot it from the vehicle.
From the vehicle, yeah. I'm gonna walk over there.
The wardens on scene are concerned for several reasons that the entire situation may not be above board. Following their instincts, they make the half-mile walk to talk to the hunter. It's a warden's intuition and experience that often makes the difference in solving complex investigations, like the case Region 5 Warden Lee Burrows encountered in 2012.
Well, this is a great case that really kind of shows teamwork, perseverance, and technology in solving a wildlife investigation. Let's see if how this Asparagus Point elk case first came about was opening day of archery season. I got a telephone call that evening, and the landowner said they'd heard a lot of shooting at night. I went down to Asparagus Point, had a deputy from Muscle County assisted me, and we got there about midnight, and all that we found were a couple vehicles. There was nobody around, but it was obvious somebody had been camping there. Went back to the sheriff's office and ran the plate for the registered owner, and it didn't come back to the pickup that it was on, so we immediately assumed that somebody had switched plates for whatever reason. A couple weeks later, the landowner, who's right there adjacent to Asparagus Point, called, and I went down there right away. And...
Hey, Lee Burrows, game warden.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good.
Say, I was doing a little hiking up the river here. I happened upon a bull elk here stashed in these Russian olives.
All right, well, there we have it.
Yep.
And sure enough, it was a bull elk, and the head had been cut off.
In 2012, Region 5 Warden Lee Burrows received a call reporting suspicious gunfire at night. A few days later, a decapitated elk head was found hidden in a creek bottom. The cold trail of evidence is now several days old.
I went down there and with the BLM law enforcement officer, and we found that head. And I came back to Billings. I just left it there, didn't want to disturb it. I figured that, somebody obviously went to the trouble to cut a head off elk and, drag it 600 yards downstream and hide it. They were probably going to come back for it. So I visited with Captain Guzzi, and we decided that probably what would work best in that situation was to put a transmitter in the head and then also try and put a camera on the elk.
It started out with just an abandoned elk head and actually with a poached elk. Through some information from hikers, information from landowners, a lot of legwork from the game warden. We got a chance to use some fairly modern technology was involved in it.
Put it back like it was so they won't suspect anything.
And ultimately made the case, and it involved quite a few people.
Back in Region 2, wardens spot a hunter on private land that apparently has game down in a limited access area. After witnessing suspicious actions by the hunter, the wardens decide to investigate by getting a closer look.
We're gonna go in. This guy that owns this place is suspended for poaching. So we don't want any cameras in because we might end up into a shouting match before it's all over, but we're gonna run over real quick. Okay, I'm Jeff.
Jeff, Toby.
Toby, glad to meet you.
I figured Doug was one of you.
Well, he's down further.
You guys been hunting, or?
No.
Bull you got?
Yeah, it's a big one. Actually, whose land is this? Oh, okay.
And then.
Okay.
Going over just.
All right. Well, we just saw you up there and wondered what's going on there.
Well,
oh, there's the sheep right there.
Yeah, the other one.
And we can see you on the cell phone and pulling out your tag and all that. So anyway, we're just checking Hunter. Okay. We're just checking you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome to hike up there if you want.
Yeah, we'll look at him. How would you?
I gut shot him. He was bedded on the first shot, and so.
Well, how would you feel about this, Toby, if we come up and help you get it and drag it down?
That's fine.
Helping the hunter retrieve the animal assists the hunter and allows the wardens a better read on the situation. Unfortunately, in 2012, wardens were piecing together a cold case with little evidence and were forced to rely on advanced technology in order to develop a lead.
Just kept monitoring that head. That transmitter has got a unique radio frequency signal that you can hear, and so I was able to, just from Highway 12, with the antenna and earphones, was able to see if that elk head was still there. And all through the big game hunting season and on into the next spring, I continued to monitor that. And every few days, I'd go by and see if it was there. And early in March. I went by there one day and couldn't get a reading.
Shoot, I think it's gone.
I walked down where I knew the elk head was and confirmed that it wasn't there, so.
Well, shoot, someone found that camera and turned it around. That gummit. Well, I guess we'll see if we got any usable footage.
In 2012, Region 5 wardens started an investigation that would last over 6 months. They set up cameras and inserted a radio transmitter into a trophy bull elk head that had been illegally shot and then stashed. Unfortunately, the poacher wisely avoided the camera when he returned for the elk rack. Wardens have one last hope of finding the suspect. They have to relocate the transmitter before it's discovered and removed from the head.
So we picked up our gear and then a list of suspects and where they live. So I drove around the Billings area with that transceiver, you know, trying to find a signal from the ground by several different residences and couldn't find anything. So at that point, got a hold of the Fish, Wildlife and Parks pilot here in Billings. They've got a Super Cub that's equipped for radio transmitters and transceivers, and so we hooked an antenna up to the belly of the airplane.
We're good to go. 159.180.
And then took off from Billings, and we just started flying a grid pattern. Pretty quick, we're over the town of Shepherd, and we're starting to pick up this signal. So we just keep, you know, making a smaller circle, and pretty quick, we're right over the town of Shepherd itself. So that elk head with that transmitter, we're in the Shepherd area. So came back to Billings, landed, and Captain Guzzi and I jumped in an unmarked vehicle and went out there with handheld transceiver.
400 miles west, near the town of Hamilton, Region 2 wardens approach a hunter in a restricted area. After first contact, they realize the situation is not at all what it appears to be.
Well, it's hunting season, and we were coming down the highway and looked over and saw a vehicle and looked up on the ridge and saw Hunter's orange and put the glasses on him, and I don't know, he didn't know what he was doing, but he eventually drug out some paperwork. Looked like he was tagging something. Couldn't see the animal from here. Turned out to be everything all right. He killed a sheep, had a sheep license, did it right. Sad thing is I don't know if you could see the other sheep on the hill, but there's some other sheep up there, and they're all coughing. They have pneumonia. They're gonna die, most of them. That ram, he's been watching for about a week, and he finally harvested it, but it was coughing too when he shot it, so he probably saved it a long, agonizing death by deciding to harvest it. So you got a nice ram.
It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah. I've been putting this since 95, probably got it.
Well, yeah, I came up and looked for him this morning. I drove all the way back in onto the ranch, and to be honest, the roads are getting a little dicey, and came back down here, and it was snowing so hard. I back out on the highway looking for him, and then finally found him, and came in here and, you know, tried to find a spot where I could get out and, you know, hike up a little bit without him seeing me, and got down there, and, you know, there he was with another smaller ram and a few other ewes, and yeah. Unfortunately, the final shot was right above the cliff there, and he went 40 foot down. But
securing a bighorn ram sheep tag is a rare trophy hunting opportunity in most states. Huntable populations in western North America have been impacted due to many herds contracting pneumonia. Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks biologists work hard at limiting pneumonia's effects on Montana herds. The result is opportunities like this to hunt world-class bighorn sheep in Montana.
And like I said, he'd been healthy for the last 5 days. I've seen him every day, and then today he started coughing for the first time. So I figured he was the ram I wanted, and better do it now.
Done good, buddy.
Yep.
Drawing a bighorn ram tag is nearly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and this hunter took full advantage of it. He scouted, secured landowner permission, and tagged the animal upon harvest. Best of all, the Wardens were present and able to help in the recovery of his trophy.
Congratulations. Thanks for letting us.
Well, thank you guys very much.
Back in Region 5 near Billings, Wardens have a lead on where a poached elk may have been taken, but apprehending the suspect might be dangerous.
The signal was coming from a specific residence in Shepherd, so we went to district court and obtained a search warrant to retrieve the transmitter.
Montana Game Wardens, it's a search warrant. Game Wardens.
We executed that warrant at that residence in Shepherd, and sure enough, we found this elk head, and as we knew, it had the transmitter in it. We also found some other evidence that helped us with our investigation. The individual whose residence we executed the search warrant at told us who shot that elk. We then obtained an arrest warrant for him.
Hey, I've got a warrant for your arrest. What I need you to do, I want you to unzip your jacket, open it up for me. Okay, do you have any weapons on you?
Region 5 Wardens are serving the arrest warrant on a 6-month investigation of a poached trophy bull elk. Using a transmitter, they located the suspect near the town of Shepherd, just northeast of Billings. Confronting a poacher is sometimes dangerous, since they're likely to have guns close by. Warden Lee Burrows approaches the suspect with proper officer caution.
Got a warrant for your arrest. What I need you to do, I want you to unzip your jacket, open it up for me. Okay, do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
Okay, I want you to turn around. And I'd like you to kneel down, Marty, please. And I want you to cross your feet. I want you to put your right foot over your ankle. There you go. Put your hand behind your back with the thumbs up. Thumbs up, okay. Lean over, look away from the sound of my voice.
Took him to Yellowstone County Jail, and this individual never did admit to shooting this elk. By that point, we developed a list of 5 individuals, and through interviews with those individuals, they, told us that this individual was there, that he'd shot the elk, that he had been hunting.
Okay, where do you want him for now, Woodrow?
Okay, is he staying with us?
He will be for several days.
For several days?
Yeah.
Okay, you got papers for him so we know what we're doing?
Yep, I do. I've got that arrest warrant. You want to put him in the holding cell here?
Yeah.
Through interviews, statements, witness statements, that we were able to charge this individual with a felony. Eventually, this individual was charged with 13 counts of wildlife violations, including hunt without a license and drive off established road, hunt without landowner permission, but there were just numerous violations. The individual who we charged with shooting that elk at Asparagus Point was unemployed, on disability, and did not have a lot of money, didn't have a lot of resources. He had a public defender, and this public defender was very good at working the judicial system, and we had several motions to suppress evidence, and we weathered all of those, and in the end we accepted a guilty plea on this guy's part. That was satisfying, very satisfying.
Solving a case like this took dedication by the whole Region 5 enforcement team, a sacrifice wardens are willing to pay to stop the theft of Montana's wildlife.
Through this whole case, there were 7 individuals charged with 27 counts of wildlife crimes, all the way from fishing without a valid license, driving off of established roads, to unlawful possession and hunting without a valid license. So, it was a great case that just showcased the fact that, with technology, persistence, perseverance, and teamwork, you can solve these crimes.
Montana game wardens are resourceful when it comes to investigating cases of game theft. With the help of concerned citizens, advancements in technology, and dogged persistence, their conviction rate is exceptional. But they can't always do it on their own. If you have information pertaining to a wildlife crime committed in Montana, please contact your local warden. It sometimes takes just a small piece of evidence to turn the tables and help solve a case that protects our cherished wild resources.